need to figure out who we're talking about here because that does give you a basic idea of the parameters of each agency. It used to be the U.S. Department of Justice's Immigration and Naturalization Services handled all of the immigration within the United States. However, they have become Department of Homeland Security, and they split the INS into 3 different groups. The one for our intents and purposes, the only one of importance is the Citizenship and Immigration Services. That is the part of the INS that actually provides the service component of the visas. They process the various changes of status and such for any foreign national located within the United States. And that's the key part. They are within the United States. Department of State has jurisdiction for everything that happens outside of the United States. Their job is to determine whether someone's allowed to enter. Okay. Then you have the Department of Labor. Their job is to protect U.S. workers and make sure that foreign workers are not paid less than what's called the prevailing wage is for a worker in the same occupation in the same geographic region. And then there's the ECFMG, not a regulatory agency per se, but they really are. They administer all of the credentialing aspects of the J-1 visa process as well as the H-1B process. Okay. Just very quickly, just to give you again some background, there are 2 terms in the legal field that you have to pay attention to. One is the term status. That is the same as a visa, but essentially is what's issued by the USCIS. It is what allows a person to remain in the United States. The other is the visa or visa stamp, which is issued by the State Department. That is the stamp that's actually in a person's passport that allows them to enter. Now, the key distinction between these two, and the reason I always include this in every presentation, is that a visa stamp only tells you how long a person is allowed to enter the United States for. For example, if they have a visitor visa that is good until 2009, they may enter the United States up to that time. They cannot remain here until then because the State Department only has jurisdiction to say when they can enter. Once they're here, they get a little I-94 card that actually determines how long they're allowed to be here. So you have to make sure you look at the CIS timing, validity periods, not the State Department validity periods. If someone overstays their time here in the U.S. based on the CIS validity periods, they can be barred from re-entering for either 3 years, 10 years, or permanently. Okay? Through no fault of their own.